Okay, last question. What do you think is the most important thing for a cafeteria?
Whether the customers are smiling or not, I guess.
Not bad. Okay, you're hired. Look forward to working with you.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do my best. I'm Yuki Tatsuno, 28, unemployed. But at this very moment, I've been hired. I used to work for a consulting firm, but I quit because I got tired of working for the sake of achievement. In April, after a month of unemployment, I finally found a job.
This is where we serve food to the customers, and over there is the kitchen menu.
This is the Love Koi Diner, where I'll be working from today. I was hired at the same time the restaurant reopened. The manager is a beautiful woman who looks a little older than me. She's Mika Kawanishi. She's beautiful, but her unpretentiousness is very impressive, and she seems easy to work with.
I'm almost always in the kitchen, so can I ask you to take care of all the customer service?
I got it! And so it goes, 3 months later. Since then, I've been happily doing my job. Although my income is significantly less than before, I'm rewarded by the smiles of my customers every day. This Love Koi Diner was taken over by the current manager from her grandmother, and it was reopened only 3 months ago. So, unfortunately, the number of customers has been slow to increase. It doesn't seem to be in the red, but as someone who has seen many businesses go bankrupt, I'm very concerned.
Oh? Could it be Yuki Tatsuno?
As I was sweeping the floor, I heard a familiar voice. The person there was Renge Tachibana. She's a former coworker I worked with. Oh, it's been a long time. What are you doing here?
That's my line! I just finished a meeting and I'm on my way home. Are you perhaps working part-time, Tatsuno-san?
Yeah, I've decided to work here.
Living part-time in a tattered diner? You've hit the rock bottom in your life, haven't you, Mr. Elite?
It's an old but nice diner. I think this place suits me better, and I enjoy working here every day.
You're just acting tough. Thanks to you quitting, I have more duties to take care of and I'm very busy.
I see. Take care of yourself, okay?
Well, enjoy your part-time life at best. Well then, I, the Elite, will enjoy my bath time gracefully, so I'll see you later.
With that, Tachibana left. Since the diner was in the company's neighborhood, I had expected to run into someone from a previous job, but I was surprised to see her. Well, she seems to have successfully taken over my job, so I guess that's good news.
Tatsuno-kun, help me with this.
Yes, I'll be right there.
I'm glad you were here, Tatsuno-kun.
It's heavy, isn't it? From now on, you can count on me to do the heavy lifting.
Thank you. A man's help is really helpful. By the way, who was that lady you were talking to earlier?
Oh, you saw that? She's an ex-colleague of mine.
Oh, I see. I thought I've seen her somewhere before. Must have been my imagination. See this?
As she carried the cardboard boxes into the store, she happily showed me the contents. She's always cheerful and makes me smile when I'm with her. That's the main reason why I'm enjoying my life right now. Hey, manager, why did you get such a large amount of good, fresh ingredients?
Well, the farmer in our neighborhood gave them to us. He said he had a lot of pumpkins and he wanted to share them with us.
Oh, are all of these pumpkins?
Yes!
What are we gonna do with all these pumpkins, though?
We will develop a new menu.
A new menu?
Yes! Well, we have to consume the pumpkins too, but... You see, we've only seen our old-time regulars for the past 3 months since we reopened, right? But I'd like to get some new customers soon, so I'd like to make a new menu and use it as a chance to increase the number of customers.
I see. It would certainly be a good start. By the way, do you already have a menu plan?
I've been thinking about it along the way. I'll make it for you now.
she said proudly, and the result was...
First, pumpkin and potatoes stewed in chocolate. I call it pump chocolate.
It looks good on the outside, but it's definitely... Oh, wait, what?
Well, don't say anything and just try it.
It definitely sounds like a bad dish. It's good.
I know, right?
The sweet chocolate goes perfectly with the crunchy, salty pumpkin and potatoes. It's like something from medieval Europe, an exquisite dish that heals the body and soul of a battle-weary soldier. I'm sorry, I thought it would taste really bad.
Oh, you thought that?
Well, everything was delicious. In fact, they all tasted like they could have been served in a fancy restaurant. By the way, she also made some typical dishes, like a pumpkin pie.
I wonder if this will bring us lots of customers. I'm excited.
I wonder. The dishes were certainly good, but... people can't tell how good they taste until they try, so...
No customers come. No one gets to eat. Then we can't convince them how tasty the dishes are.
Please don't be depressed. If you like, you can leave it to me. Up until now, I've only been able to help with serving food and other chores, but when it comes to marketing, I'm good at it.
Tatsuno-kun?
Mika-san, please continue to make the most delicious dishes that make our customers smile. I'll work to get as many people as possible to eat your food. There are no restaurants in the area that can be called a diner, except for this Lavkoi diner. Besides, there are only a few chain restaurants too. As a bedroom community, the daytime population is quite small here, with many people going to work in the city center. Therefore, a strategy targeting the time when people go home would be effective in order to attract many customers. However, if we do that, we'll be competing with a famous chain restaurant in front of the station. It would be very risky to compete with a major chain. In that case... Manager, I have an idea! A strategy to rebuild this diner! After thinking all night, I hurried home, packed my bags, and ran into the restaurant.
What? You came up with that strategy in just one day? That's amazing!
That's how much charm there was to this diner and you!
Oh, I'm so flattered.
Can I tell you about it right away? I have a great plan!
Sure.
So, blah 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 blah, therefore da 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 and blah.
Professor?
Professor? What's the matter, manager?
My brain, which only knows how to cook, can only hear blah and da.
Oh, sorry. In short, let's make use of the diner's family-friendly atmosphere and your fine cooking skills. And try to create the taste of a fine dining restaurant that even the average people can enjoy. A month later, thanks to the discount coupons and other promotional activities, Lavkoi Diner has regained its liveliness.
1 pump chocolate, please.
Me too! Thank you very much, manager. 2 more pump chocolates! We've also created social media accounts, and the number of followers are slowly growing. By the way, for some reason, the manager doesn't want to appear in front of customers. I think the diner would become more and more popular if she did. One day, when everything was going so well, Tachibana was secretly glaring at the diner.
What's the matter with him? He's so lively even though he's just part-timer. I wish this diner would just go out of business. Oh, that's right.
Of course, I had no way of knowing that, and I went about my work with a smile.
Thanks again today. Really, it's all thanks to you, Tatsuno-kun.
What are you talking about? It's because the food you make is exquisite.
I'm so flattered.
But we really are busy every day, aren't we? Aren't you tired?
Not at all. It's my dream to have so many people eating my food with smiles on their faces like this. Aren't you tired, Tatsuno-kun?
I'm fine too. I used to work so hard that I didn't even have time to sleep.
Well, really? That sounds really tough. You were an consultant, was it?
Consultant. You really know nothing about cooking, do you?
Hey! You're being rude to your boss.
Sorry.
So, what kind of work did you exactly do?
Well, you might look down on me if I tell you, but I did whatever it took to beat the competitors.
Whatever?
Yes, whatever. From market research to finding out what the competitors' weaknesses were. I also worked on acquiring small but profitable companies, and even mucking up their businesses.
Wow, that's horrible. I used to work in a restaurant, but it was a world of luxury. I was cooking just for rich customers, and there was no warmth or smile in the restaurant. I really wanted to cook food that would make customers smile.
And that led you to your current business, hey?
That's right. That's why I'm so happy now. I wish I could spend the rest of my life with you.
What? In the end, the day ended with that statement that made my heart skip a beat. A week later, I still didn't know the truth behind her statement, and today, as usual, I'm serving food in the busy diner. Oh, by the way, did you hear, brother? Hear what, sir? Well, I heard a rumor that a famous high-end restaurant is opening a new affordable restaurant right across the street from here.
Oh, I heard that too. The concept was so similar that I thought it was your restaurant.
No, we only have this one diner. I didn't know about that. But I'm not going anywhere else because I'm committed to this diner.
What? Daddy, we were talking about trying the new restaurant when it opens.
Hey, you didn't have to say that. The next day, I told Mika-san about the new restaurant.
Well, but there's no way we will lose. Even the neighbors love this place.
Yes, I guess so. But as a former consultant, I know that we're in a very bad situation.
We'll be fine. Tatsuno-kun, let's work hard again today.
I greet her back with my usual smile, but my heart is filled with a bad premonition. Welcome! Oh.
It's open, right? 2 people, please.
It was a few days after that Renge Tachibana came to our diner. She was with a strange man. A long time no see. Please take a seat here. May I have the most popular dish? Certainly. I was about to take my order and go to the kitchen, but I couldn't believe what I heard next. This is a rather quaint restaurant.
I told you so, didn't I? There aren't many competing restaurants in this area, and they have a lot of customers at night. This restaurant proves that their business model works.
Manager, the new restaurant that's going to open. It seems that my former colleague was behind it.
What?
I go to the kitchen and immediately reported it to the manager. I was surprised at first, but at the same time, it made sense. This is exactly how that consulting firm does things. If they find a small successful company, they will copy the model and make it bigger with more money. I think that man next to her is an expert in restaurant management. I got their order, but what do you want me to do?
I see. Thanks for letting me know. But we will take their order because there are customers now. There's no reason not to serve them.
Manager.
Whatever the reason, it's my job to make the most delicious food that will make our customers smile. I'll make it in a hurry, so could you offer them a hand towel or something?
I'll do that right away. I asked her just to be sure, but she's a wonderful person after all. I was relieved by her response and went back to work. This is our most popular dish, pumped chocolate. When I served them the dish, Tachibana sneered at it with a disgusted look.
Is this the dish that's all over social media? This is gross.
Well, that's what everyone thinks at first, but please try it before it gets cold. That's what I thought at first too, so I didn't mind her thinking that way. The two of them slowly take the food to their mouths, and then...
What is this?
This is good! This is not something that an ordinary chef would be able to make! Of course not! As expected, they were surprised at how good it tasted. This is the kind of reaction every customer has when they try it for the first time. The idea is great, but the skill is also very impressive. Why would such a chef be running an old diner like this?
I hope it suited your palate, Mr. Higashiguchi.
Mika Kawanishi! So it was your restaurant, huh?
I thought I heard a familiar voice, so it was you after all. What? Do you know each other?
Tachibana was surprised. I was surprised too. I wonder what kind of relationship they have. She's my former colleague, and the 3-star French version Michelin chef who made me give up my career as a chef.
What?
3-star? Of the French version Michelin? You are such an amazing chef?
Well, that does happen to be me.
She laughs and says it like it's nothing, but there are hardly anyone with that rank in Japan. I don't know much about it myself, but she's kind of like the chef version of Shohei Ohtani. Come to think of it, I remember a few years ago, there was talk of a new 3-star chef in Japan. Oh, I'm sorry for the delay in introduction. My name is Higashiguchi, and I'm in charge of corporate planning in this company. Oh, thank you very much. What he handed me was a business card of a certain high-end restaurant chain. We were originally planning to open a restaurant for the masses across the street from here. But we are no match for Kawanishi-san. We don't want to go to the trouble of competing in a game we have no chance of winning. I would like to open the restaurant at a different location this time.
Well, wait a minute. What do you mean? That's not what you said before. If we open the restaurant here, we're sure to make money.
That may be true at first, but if you keep serving food that is inferior to the taste of this diner, eventually the customers will return to this diner, and when that happens, the restaurant will go out of business.
So before that happens, we were going to take away their customers completely and make them go out of business.
That's not going to happen when Kawanishi-san is the chef. She's a genius who's got 3 Michelin stars with her restaurant in Paris too. I was once in the same restaurant with her, but I was no match for her. I don't want to compete with her, and I'm a big fan of her cooking, so let's give it up this time.
No, there are plenty of other ways to compete besides cooking skills. Overwhelming profit is what's most important.
Tachibana, come on. With that kind of thinking, you're the one who's going to be ruined sooner or later.
Shut up! What do you know, Tatsuno-san? You are a coward who got scared away from the business world. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Grandma!
Just then, an old lady walks in. Apparently, she's a previous manager of the diner.
I heard the diner's all the rage these days, so I came to check it out. Hope I'm not interrupting anything. Oh, could it be Renge-chan? What? Sai-san? I knew it. You haven't changed at all. Still a cute little girl. Why are you here, Sai-san? Because this was originally my diner. You used to come here with your family. What? But my mom told me that your diner had gone out of business. Yes, but I, her granddaughter, reopened it. Its atmosphere and the food seem to have changed a lot, but I'm glad Renge-chan came back now.
She looks really happy and smiling. In contrast, Tachibana is in a cold sweat and her face is pale. It turned out to be her own memorable place, so I guess it can't be helped.
Oh no. So what I was trying to do was...
I guess she couldn't stand the fact that she was going to destroy this diner. She kept on bowing and left with a very pale face. Apparently, her family used to come here and loved the place. But she didn't realize it was the same diner because she was still very young, and the place was even more tattered than it was at the time. I hope she mends her ways a bit and remember what it's like to have a kind heart.
I see. No wonder I thought I've seen her before. I hope she will come again.
Her grandmother also left, saying she would come back again. So, what Mr. Higashiguchi said was all true. Mika-san turned out to be a celebrity in the culinary world. Apparently, quite a few celebrities from all over the world used to go to her restaurant just to eat her dishes. That was the reason why she never showed her face in front of her customers.
I came to this diner because I didn't want to be in an environment where I could only make high-end food. After all, I wanted to make food that makes the customers smile first and foremost. So when you said in the interview that the most important thing was to make sure the customers were smiling, I thought you were the one for me.
Manager, I'm happy to work for you too. A month has passed since then. The opening of the new restaurant never happened, and the empty lot in front of her diner remains empty. It also seems that Tachibana has quit her job. She has now set up a consulting firm that specializes in helping small diners all over Japan. Her energy is astonishing, and I believe she must have remembered the kind feelings she had when she was a kid. And as for me...
Yuki-kun, my new Odin fondue is ready. Try it. Open your mouth.
Oh, hot! As expected. It's hot, but so good! Mika-san and I are now engaged. In the future, we hope to become husband and wife and make many people smile at this diner. It sure is an old diner, but those smiles are what is most important, right?